This is the Brandon D. Campbell podcast, where business and mindfulness meet to build a better leader in you. Here's your host, entrepreneur, mentor, and author, Brandon D. Campbell.
I received some wonderful news today. The spread in the 501 Life magazine is out on stands today, and I was selected as the author of the month. And for me, this was an honor that it means a lot more to me than being featured in a reputable magazine. It really signified the journey and where I've come from over the last 3 years. And as I reflected on my experiences over the last few years, you know, I had to come to grips with how it all began and with the loss of, in a sense, a career, the loss of not just income, but loss of certainty. In many ways, I felt a loss of confidence, self esteem as well, because a lot of my identity was tied to producing, providing for my family, being admired and respected, not by who I am as a person, but a title or a job or the ideal of me and the idea of who I can be for others, or the idea of what I can do or influence and add value to other people's lives. And I had to really think about this. And one thing that came to my mind was changing the narrative as to what I had actually experienced. And so I thought about it this way, you know, how I was let go or terminated. You know, my department was terminated. Uh, I was no longer employed by this organization. And I had to reframe that because I thought to myself, what if we all just reframed our struggle, and instead of focusing on the event or the trauma that occurred, we focus on what's to come. We focus on what's meant. We focus on our futures. And the fact of the matter is that we all are here to succeed. God has designed us that way. So why do we harp on our struggles or harp on the trauma or the displeasure or that unsettling event that we experience? And so as I was writing the post on social media about my experience and what this award meant to me, I had to really change my wording. And so instead of instead of I lost my job, I changed it to the job lost me. I didn't lose my job. The job lost me, because at the end of the day, I was lost. I was in a position where I didn't feel like my authentic self. You know, I was feeling as if, in a sense, in a twilight zone some days. And so you out there, you have probably experienced this twilight zone, so to speak. And I'm here to tell you to reframe that experience. You know, you didn't lose your job. The job lost you. Instead of saying that you got laid off, you was pushed forward. Instead of I got let go, I got freedom. And I can attest for this. I heard a lot of no's every day. People telling me no's, agents telling me no, you know, publishing houses telling me no about my book. To reframing that to, instead of hearing a no, I actually received a notice to move on. As I move on to the next adventure that's meant for me to explore and experience. Instead of being unemployed, you're opportunistic. And so, really change that dialogue and the narrative inside your head and make it mean what it's going to mean for you in the future. And that is nothing but success. And if you would like to hear more stories like this and be inspired through your family, uh, through storytelling, you want to most definitely get my book, Oh Brother, My Brother. This is why I wrote this story, is for dialogues can happen so that we can help change the narrative in our children's minds of who they are and where they're going. And if you would like to experience something that I believe is going to be impactful and long lasting and encourage that boost in the conversations and connectedness with families, especially those in blended families, come out on June 14th for Family Authors in Conversation event that's taking place in the heart of downtown Little Rock at the site of Beyond the Divide, the historic West 9th Street District. You know, you didn't know this, not everybody knew this, but Little Rock had its own Black Wall Street, and it's being revitalized to show what this area can mean to our community with a little bit more investment behind it. And so there's been a lot of great events taking place, and we're getting ready. They're getting ready for a Juneteenth celebration. And so I am joining 5 other fabulous, incredible, family-themed authors for an event that we're going to be having these type of discussions and what family and literacy and what true feelings really mean as an author, but how those 3 elements can really impact families' lives for the better. And so check us out June the 14th from 2 to 4 p.m. Come down, talk with us, dialogue, rap with us, and meet us, as well as take a book home to continue the dialogue with your family.